India and New Zealand are set to lock horns in a 5-match T20 series, the final assignment before the T20 World Cup, a crucial dress rehearsal for the defending champions and a massive pressure test that starts tomorrow. Because this series isn't just about form, it's about confidence, credibility and calm after weeks of noise. Now, the fallout from the ODI series loss is still dominating all the headlines. Pressure is mounting on the players, on the support staff and especially on head coach Gautam Gambhir. Every move, every selection call, every defeat is being dissected, and after a season filled with unwanted firsts, the question is rather unavoidable now. Are fans and critics judging this performance a little too quickly? Or is this criticism all too fair? Because despite the disappointing results, there were real takeaways from the ODI series against New Zealand. Takeaways that seem to be getting lost in all that outrage. Indian cricket has always lived in two extremes. On one side, you have worship, stardom and godlike reverence. And on the other, there's ruthless criticism the moment results begin to dip. And right now, the man standing at the centre of that storm that's brewing is head coach Gautam Gambhir. The ODI series loss against New Zealand became the tipping point really, not because of one defeat, but because it just got added to a growing list of very infamous firsts. Under Gambhir, India lost to New Zealand in the one-dayers at home for the first time since 1988. Earlier, the Kiwis completed a 3-0 test whitewash, India's first at home. Then came the failure to qualify for the World Test Championship final, a setback really after making it the last two times. Add to that the loss to Sri Lanka in the one-dayers after nearly 3 decades. And finally, the Border Gavaskar Trophy slipping away after 10 years. By Indian standards, that's not just poor, that's pretty abysmal. No wonder the knives are out. But here's the part that's being ignored. This is also an Indian team that is transitioning. Many of you may not like the word, but it's there and it's real. A team rebuilding combinations, roles and trying to find its depth here. Let's look at the bowling attack from the ODI series. Harshit Rana, Mohammad Siraj, Kuldeep Yadav, Arshdeep Singh. It's a group that's still learning to function together as a unit, especially in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah, who is really the heartbeat of that bowling attack. And that counts. Then you look at the batting. Yes, of course, there is Virat, Kohli and Rohit Sharma. They are still present, but beyond them, a young captain in Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer returning to the side, Nitish Reddy attempting to carve out his place there, Harshit Rana still growing as an all-rounder and trying to find his feet. But this wasn't a settled peak Indian unit. This was a side under construction, and yet there were positives. Virat Kohli looked relaxed, confident, fearless. He's enjoying his cricket out there. Missed a well-deserved century in that second match. But an informed Kohli who is raking the runs is always a massive win for India. KL Rahul stood tall when pressure was on him, and he's done that a number of times in the past. The middle order showed signs of some stability and youngsters not being overawed by the occasion. Nitish Reddy held the fort for long in that final ODI. Harshit Rana showed glimpses of what he can do. That's not nothing.
After the first match, coming here 1-1, the way we played, I was disappointed. There are areas we need to look back, reflect and do better. The way Harshit has batted in this series, the way Virat is batting is always a plus. Keeping the World Cup in mind, we want to give him opportunities and see what kind of combinations work for us.
That tells you India isn't panicking. They're planning, and leading from the front is their captain, their new captain, Shubman Gill. Instead of resting, Gill has made himself available for the Ranji Trophy. It's the domestic tournament, and he'll turn up for his state side Punjab against Saurashtra in Rajkot. That's later this week. That there shows intent, accountability, and him taking the lead and leading from the front. What this team needs right about now is not any knee-jerk reactions, but backing. Criticism is fair, debate is healthy, but jumping the gun, that's pointless. Especially when history tells us this Indian side delivers when it matters most.
He's the coach. The coach can prepare a team. Now, to those who are asking, for him to be accountable, my counter question is, what did you do when India won the Champions Trophy under him? What did you do when India won the Asia Cup under him?
Every system needs time, especially one undergoing change. This team is defending a T20 World Cup title. They don't need chaos, they need clarity and some confidence. Because when this Indian team really clicks, it doesn't just compete, it dominates the opposition. And the T20 series against New Zealand that's coming up is that perfect moment to remind the world why writing off India is always going to be a mistake.
The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, Firstpost America gets a new look. I'm Kerry Johnston, and this is Firstpost America.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.